Welcome to Economics on the Go with me, Yogyata. Today, I would like to introduce you to the subject economics. Whenever we say the word economics or whenever we talk about the subject economics, people generally associate it with money. People think it is something to do with money and money alone. But we must go back and see where is the origin and beginning of this word economics. This is a term which has been there long since olden civilizations. So we see a lot of theories on where they originated, what it originated, but something that is accepted by most of the people is a Greek word, oikonomos. Now, oikonomos is a Greek word which means oiko means house and nomos means a law, a rule, and sometimes they give the meaning as accounts also. So, home rules, house rules, home accounts, accounts for the house. This was the beginning of economics. This is how the subject began to develop. So, what does it exactly mean? It means that there were certain choices that people were to make while living in a house. That means if we have 4 members in a house, then we need to understand what are the needs of various members of the house. We need to understand what is the money that is available, what are the needs of all the people, and how will we fulfill those needs, how do we make it more happier, and how do we have a maximum satisfaction or happiness that we can out of whatever resources we have. So originally this is how the thought of economics began to come. It has developed over a period of time with various meanings and more theories and more concepts which have been brought in, but it generally means that we as humans have unlimited wants and our resources are scarce or our means are limited. So when you look at this equation of wants are unlimited and means are limited, we have to find a way out of how we can utilize these limited resources or limited means to satisfy our unlimited wants. For example, if we wake up in the morning, now we have to make a choice of doing household work, for example. So we have to decide who will do the cleaning, we have to decide who will do the utensils, we will decide who will do the laundry, and we have to make these choices. Next example could be if you're stepping out for work, you would want to know which is the fastest route available. It could be a shorter road, but it could be a very busy road. So you might take longer to go and reach office. Or you could take the longer road, which would maybe take a little extra time, but still you would reach faster. So look at the choices that we have. Look at the options that are available with us. Okay? Why? Because our wants are unlimited. Some people, we want the work to be done in the best perfect manner. Some of us want work to be done in the shortest time possible. Some of us want the work to be done in the most perfect manner. Okay? Now these are our wants. These are wants which we can understand through abstract ideas. But still it's a question of making choices. Similarly, when we talk about any choice which is associated with money, we have to understand that our wants are unlimited. And money, which is our resource, which is a limited resource, can be utilized in a way, in a best possible way for us. For example, every house has a monthly income. We have to see how to allot that income to our various needs in the best possible manner. So we have to first see what is important. So our basics could be important like food, clothing, shelter, education, medicine. We can put it in this order. Or we might have to pay rentals of the house, then food, then shelter, then clothing. It depends on house. It varies from house to house, but the basic needs would remain the same. Okay. Now similarly, when we talk about the country, even the country has the same problem, that wants of the people are unlimited, whereas the resources are limited. So even a country has to make options on what to use, how to use it in the best possible manner. So when we look at economics, we would all the time say that okay, economics is about money, economics is about finance. No, economics is about making choices. Economics is about making choices in a way where you are able to use the scarce resources or the limited resources available to you in the best possible manner. And therefore, economics is much broader a term than money and finance alone. They are definitely a big part of economics, but not everything about economics. I hope I have been able to explain to you what the subject is all about. So what do you get when you study this subject? We have to look at the takeaways of the subject. See, the takeaways from the subject is that you will be able to take better decisions. Your decision making will improve because of the analytical skills that the subject gives you. It allows you to analyze the various options available to you. It helps you in understanding how to analyze data. In order to analyze data, first you will learn to collect it. How will you collect all the information? How will you put it in the best possible order? Then you will analyze it, and then you will see how do I use it in the best possible way. That is called optimum, in the best optimum manner. 2 is economics. Economic and economic analysis are also used not only in banks, finance. No, they are a part of the healthcare system. They are a part of public policy. They are a part of government policies. So you will have your openings in all these fields. All these fields, including personal issues like family, marriage, property deals, everywhere economics will come into play. So we have to understand that economics is a much broader array and not a narrowed down subject of money or finance. I hope I have been able to explain to you what the subject is all about, and I hope it generates a little more interest in the subject for all of you. Thank you so much. Happy learning. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.